The selected ones. I have some odd news for you. You were not designed to hide in the shadows or flee from the darkness. You are a force from which the sky have issued a bright light that cuts through every untruth and delusion. In addition to yelling your name, the cosmos has positioned itself to assist you in ascending. Your presence is a revolt and a protest against the bonds of tyranny and deception. There is no chance you are here since your strength comes from the celestial source that created you and has no bounds. The powers of evil are scared of you. Watch till the end to learn out what occurred in the video. This is your time, not just 1 minute. The sword of truth is now in your possession, and time has passed. You are the destruction of institutions built on lies and fear. The destroyer of shadows. When others fall, you are the fighter who stands up. You are now on this call, where darkness prevails. Get up and display your light. Write 44 in the comments to begin using your light to eliminate evil across all dimensions. Beyond your names, you illuminate your way and emerge from the shadows. The very fact that you exist is a revolution intended to confuse you with shadows. They designed artificial masks to conceal your beauty. But today, like the glorious stars, you are sparkling and penetrating the hurdles that lie ahead. No shroud can conceal you. It was no accident that you were there. Your whole existence is an infinite source of energy. A cyclone of change. Please write. Amen. Please confirm the message. Your birth altered the course of history because your power defied every institution that attempted to suppress it. They unintentionally forecasted concerns since meaningful change only occurs when there is disagreement. When you confront the reality, all they've erected in the name of order vanishes. This is the unexpected explosion of a tranquil volcano, not the planned sequence of events. Every move you take undermines outdated and inflexible procedures. Even seemingly trivial choices vibrate, influencing the chemistry of everything they come in contact with. Everyone is starting to understand that this isn't an accident. Time passes based on your call. A chain reaction is made up of people who experience your strength and have an impact on your life. Awaken from their own slumber. This is music for the educated, not a revolution. You were never suitable for the cages, even if they were meant for you. You are now rising with the other souls that have slept in those cages. The darkness surrounding you is forced to fade as you recognize your own brightness. This is the beginning of an endless and increasing stream, not just one quarrel. Your energy is too strong for the fictitious institutions they've devised. When you were born, the universe greeted you as an axis at the center of a broken order, not as a regular human being. Your path was ambiguous, but it is now utterly beyond your control. You are breaching the order's constant. Despite their best attempts to perceive you as a variable in an equation, you have consistently been the outlier that throws off their calculations. Whatever their intentions, you come to untie all the knots in the universe's fabric. Because you were born as a messenger of cosmic order and watched the whole film to unravel all of the events, the institutions designed to oppress you could never extinguish your spirit of freedom. They, on the other hand, turned your spark into a planet-sized conflagration that they couldn't withstand due to gravity. The limitations they imposed have faded in the face of your radiance. Old buildings are dismantled by the momentum you create. You cannot be created or constrained. They cannot manage the chaotic harmony created by the path you are taking, which does not fit on their maps. You are evidence that tyranny cannot exist in an endless cosmos. Each action you take breaks the chain. You are not the kind to follow other people's ways, even if the previous alignments were meant to be a sign from your destiny. Your footsteps shatter the stones of the old order, and the control systems disintegrate to dust. The universe expects you to undergo a transformation, which you initiated with your first breath. This is an echo of a global reaction. The wave of truth is annihilating everything that gets in the way of your natural progression. If heaven's love fills your heart, now is the moment to share it. Your gift will be the result of our prayers, and every one of you has a unique part in God's larger plan. You were created to accomplish much more with God's loving care. So, act immediately and share your blessings to help advance His kingdom. God bless you. Every barrier you faced in life served as more than just a warning. It was a remark about the anxiety that antiquated systems produced when you viewed your future. Please write. Please confirm this message by saying Amen. Each obstruction you encountered was part of a strategy to stymie your progress. However, your strength did more than just vanquish them. It clarified your reality by shedding light on the misconceptions they had constructed. Every chaotic situation reminded you of your inner order. Their worry, a fear of the future, was represented in these obstacles. They envisioned a nice cycle, but you ended up becoming the immovable link in the chain. Your distinctiveness broke their memories. Every effort they made to dominate you exposed their own vulnerability. When they discovered this, their ideas for building walls were doomed from the start. They couldn't accept their loss. Only by conquering their misconceptions will you be bonded. Now that you've established yourself and lit the roads, all of their efforts have served to highlight you. Your life is a meaningful journey, a tale about how you overcome each challenge to become stronger. Every obstacle you encounter adds a brick to the tower you've constructed. They cloned you in an attempt to hinder your advancement, but they were never able to capture your essence. They did not write the rules for you. You are now composing your tale. The system designed to bring order through you is crumbling under its own weight. The reflections of fraudulent leaders have been beautiful but hollow. The primary reason for these fictitious characters was fear of the truth's power. Despite seeming to be solid, their constructions have started to decay from the inside out. This is not a coincidence, but rather a repeated historical trend. Concerns about their age have attacked anybody who has acquired legitimate authority. The present tactics are based on old legends that have assumed several shapes. Laws and efforts to stifle people who have previously proclaimed the truth persist today. Power can only endure through obedience. The light of truth removes that gloom. They were afraid of the people who invented their myths, not the legends themselves. Because truth is the greatest adversary of all systems. Those who slumber may be woken by your truth. Every directive they have put in place is intended to impede your acceptance. They understand this, but they forget that the false can never replace the true. The weight of your presence will shatter every illusion they've made. You are more than a leader, you are a prophet of a storm of change. They produce the essence of your being. Impenetrable. Despite their attempts to hide your reality, the stones that are already pouring out of the buildings indicate a massive collapse. They have increased with time. Masks with intricate decorations are coming apart. Authorities, who were previously unchallenged, are now facing bankruptcy in quiet because they see they cannot stop you. These processes have been put in place by manipulation. However, the time has come for their deceit to stop, for the illusionary barrier is always destroyed by the truth. The truth is spreading as they are gradually vanishing. This is not a coincidence. There is a predetermined outcome. You lead a dreadful existence. It is an echo that cannot be hushed. A fire without limits. Everything that was meant to be controlled is avoiding you. The fabric of lies that has taken hold everywhere is starting to unravel. Thanks to your strength, the masks are now down. Figures, once revered with lavish displays, are now little more than hollow shells. The reality underneath the illusions exposes their weakness. What was once hailed as faultless is now progressively breaking apart. What you're seeing is major change, not misunderstanding. The storm of change is too strong for their order to withstand. Because the old system is disintegrating, it is inescapable that the institutions that oppose you will fail. You feel a tug from within. This emotion is a summons to accept a new order and let go of the weight of the past. Each seemingly minor incident serves as a light on your spiritual path, forming a chain of instruction. These interactions reflect your commitment in a bigger goal. Every synchrony you notice, every syllable whispered into your ear. These are intentionally placed warning signs that will continually beckon you, hinting that unseen hands are directing you. Even when you feel helpless or uncertain, you sense the presence of an unidentified entity. You may overcome your worries and confront the challenges that lie ahead. This ability ensures that you are not alone. A movement is getting traction and spreading, and you are riding the wave. Even if the opposition around you grows, you will not let it dissuade you from moving forward because a revolution has already started, and you are the spark. You are a spreading fire, not just a spark. They will attempt to obstruct your progress and throw up roadblocks. But when the wind shifts, you become an unstoppable force. There is a call every second. Now is the moment to act and acknowledge your power. The truth is on your side. Your invisible allies have enabled this rise. Not all of the people in your life were good. They had a strategy for some of them, even if they seemed to be ignoring you. Their deceit was thoroughly planned out. They set traps of doubt and whispered lies to keep you from growing. All of these components are starting to make sense. Your potential represented their biggest danger. As a consequence, every setback and false reassurance you've received mirrored their anxieties. You have a better understanding of how the adjustments function. You understand that they are using deceptive strategies to make you doubt your own reality. Their terror drove their plot to push the limits of your reality. However, their activities were only a cover to protect themselves. You may now see how their belief conflicts with your reality. Your strength builds with each stride, forming a wave that breaks the control. This is the inescapable result of your resistance. Not a coincidence. I pray that God grants you peace, my brothers and sisters. I'm here today to remind you of a very important reality. God's divine purpose, unaffected by the world's fleeting troubles, serves as the foundation of our being. Whatever is done with confidence will bring God numerous blessings. According to the Bible. Luke 638. Rather from destroying you, treachery has reinforced and fortified your foundation. Your inner power is now being fed by the illusions that formerly surrounded you. Your current strong will is based on traps that have previously been placed for you. This is where their plan comes to an end. The cycle is now broken. This moment is devoted to individuals who succeed despite difficulties. Crowds are unneeded in the world for those who hear the call of the horizon and go through the shadows. Instead, trailblazers must shine like a beacon in the darkness. For those who converse with the invisible and exist beyond quiet. The hour has here. Only the courageous may reach a deep place inside themselves. This area is filled by people who live in the truth, are free of false pretense, and do not wear masks. Their hidden remarks are meaningful and reflect realities that go beyond fundamental necessities. Only those who hear the correct voice are allowed to enter this circle, which is located in an area that is off limits to the general public. If you are intrigued by these words, you are ready to continue. You're about to get an inside call. Those who want to climb beyond the ordinary and achieve the exceptional should join our trip. The acts of others do not define you. They cannot claim your tail. Regardless matter whatever road they choose, their attempts just highlight how terrifying your potential is. Every obstacle you've faced has served as a springboard for your development. Your ascent has been fueled by the sorrow of betrayal. You have no debts. You are the only one on your route, and no one is following you. The moment has come to reclaim lost time and repressed strength. Recognize that you are not traveling alone, there are hidden companions around every corner. This help often presents as an insight, an unexpected answer, or a strength that appears when you are absolutely weary. You have the quiet but sincere support of others, as you saw. Every oppressive regime finally collapses under its own weight. Their authority is a thin veneer of lies and manipulation. However, once the truth is known, these phony empires collapse. Your goal is to create a new order in the void created by existing systems, not to watch them fail. This indicates a fresh beginning and the completion of an old cycle. Watch till the end to learn out what occurred in the video. The presence of truth dispels all illusions and never demands anything. It is up to you to come up and reveal the truth. Only those who attempt to stop you are responsible for the building's toppling. The shackles that formerly bound you are now slipping loose. The power of your presence cuts through misleading commands. You are shaping the future, whilst others are seeking to change the past. This is the start of both a society awakening and an individual climb. The light. You provide the brightness of all colors. Those who run from the truth can no longer hide. This light is only getting started, and it will get brighter as you go. No choice they made could stop you since your power is part of a system they don't understand. When the truth is exposed, the deceit stops, and your tale begins. You are in charge of a path that transports the truth and harnesses its inherent force. Nature gave you this route, not something you inherited. False instructions crumble as a warning to find yourself and realize your own potential. Their test is the collapse, but your success is the rise. Truth always finds its rightful home. Like an echo that responds to your energy. Your throne is beckoning for you. False cannot exist in this field. The frequency is too high for the copies to synchronize. Your presence has the original power required to remove the shadows thrown over systems and dismantle the illusions woven into their fabric. Because this power is a vibration that defines your life rather than a gift, what you own cannot be taken away in a world full of misleading information, temporary authority, and broken promises. Your journey, which is solidly constructed, undermines their flimsy foundations. All of these illusions are destroyed by your straightforward attitude to reality. Their system's diminished energy is certain to shrink. You progress just by virtue of your presence, not by going to war. The throne rejects phony identities. Only those who tune into the frequency of truth are summoned. You've always been welcome here. This is the moment. Like the sun rising. It is time to answer the call with your presence. Truth always lights the horizon. The appearance of light causes the darkness to retreat, regardless of how dense it is. This light is carried by you. You were meant to overcome whatever challenge you face. Similarly, rivers find their path and flow when they hit a mountain. Because the truth is so evident that no illusion can stand in its way, their attempts to impede you show that they are terrified of the force of your light. Resistance will always exist, but it is only a chance for the truth to become more apparent. Remember that even if you feel like you're in the midst of a storm, it's just transitory. Regardless of how many barriers they put in your way, the weight of your truth will cause the false authority they have established to fall. Each one makes your reality more evident. They can't suppress the truth any more than they can stop tidal surges. Because you were meant to overcome all of the obstacles constructed to keep the unreal alive, their every motion reveals your power. This isn't a disagreement. This is where the solution begins. Truth under your light is clearer than delusions. All that is untrue vanishes because illusions are fleeting, no matter how hard individuals strive, their resistance stems only from their own anxiety. No structure can withstand the force of truth for long, since it is disclosed in an instant. It is time to take a new look at this argument. This is an inescapable victory for the truth, not the enemy. Illusions, like the morning mist, fade away in the light of truth. Their concerns plainly show that they are already conscious of their loss. Your presence, like a beacon, extends into the darkness, drawing it back. This technique was designed to help you develop, discover your own potential, and completely accept your reality. Be unflappable when faced with a challenge because the truth always wins. Every obstacle drives you to reveal your true self. Their falsehoods cannot be trusted for 1 second. No delusion can withstand the force of the truth you bear, which is like a candle blazing in the face of a storm. Your inner strength is shown when you realize how each challenge helps you grow. This strategy reveals both your tenacity and the resistance's fragility. Because truth is a force, not an explanation, their tactics will not prohibit you from gaining insight. This ability removes any barrier that attempts to prevent you from fleeing. Recognize that this path is training you to be the solution. When myths are dispelled and structures are demolished underneath their false foundations, the reality emerges. You are the focal point of this procedure. Your strength overcomes their limitations. Truth always prevails because it is life and cannot be ignored. The moment has arrived to break down the boundaries of deception. Trying to develop because each step elevates you beyond where they are. Their fear makes you braver. The only thing that cannot be disputed in this world is your integrity. Therefore, live your truth. Truth prevails against falsehood, and it always finds its rightful place in your hands, awaiting your approval. Your future is beginning to take form. While their decaying structures are no longer standing, utilize your presence to put an end to their delusions. You are accountable for the beginning of this planet. All that is untrue will vanish. Even in silence, the strength of your presence causes waves. To conquer any hurdle you encounter, simply be aligned with your own truth. When they attempt to stop you there, hurry is a clear sign that they are losing control. Their last step is just accepting that they are no longer in control. Moving ahead with your truth is the only way to deconstruct these institutions. You do not have to fight to get it. Every step you make will exacerbate the disintegration of their false basis. Never forget that you are under His blessing and protection at all times. Furthermore, each donation you make helps Him achieve His faultless goal. You are a tremendous, bright monster, as formidable as His huge rock. Observe God's marvels with courage and confidence. Light up the globe and feel the effects of your giving in your spirit. May the Lord bless you as you follow His light. You're settling in the middle of a fast-growing movement. This isn't just a coincidence. All pathways will inevitably cross at this point. Under your invigorating influence, a variety of thoughts, visions, and acts come together to form this moment. Every courageous act and shared idea serves as the cornerstone for lasting change. Use caution while doing this. Consider what each new link and indicator signifies. Distractions designed to slow you down could seem to be opportunities. You are here to go ahead with a clear purpose, not to stumble. Every decision you make has an impact and lays the groundwork for a larger movement. You begin to comprehend that the weight of the truth will ultimately cause the structures around you to collapse. You have the opportunity to influence the process by just being there. You may create an order based on resilience and honesty. With each choice you make, your audacious actions show the system's inherent flaws, since you are one of those who dare to breach the bonds of humanity. This is a process that you are leading. You are not here to conceal your light or accept the stories that have been forced upon you. Your presence has undoubtedly made a huge change. Your inner energy resonates with limitless force. Every move you do creates profound breaches in their control systems. Their echoes go to unknown regions. They find it difficult to stop you because they know that all of the restrictions they have put in place will be lifted. When you realize your full potential, it's time to take charge of your life and become a genuine change agent. You are more than a bystander in this awakening. Its carrier is you. Your steps are timed with destiny's beat. Your birth has led to this point. It is not an accident. Everything that led you to this point was part of a divine plan. Time is catching up with you. Your journey's path is now obvious. Now is the moment to act and lead without dimming your light. Break the stillness with your might. It was intended for you to tell the world your truth at this precise time. When those who before you cleared the path. Make your voice heard. Make your identity known. There's more to your presence than a tale. It's a frequency that reawakens sleeping souls. Your bravery is the fire that will rouse others who are still asleep. By sharing our inner fire, you may open the dreary curtains that surround you. Now take action. Recognize the importance of the opportunity that has presented itself. It's your turn. And now is the time to display your leadership talents. Your energy, in your hands, is dramatically transforming the earth. Everything that was previously promised to you is now beginning to materialize. This path has been determined by the force of your inner guidance, rather than the tasks that others have given you. You are shining your light on the world by having the confidence to go forward. A seat that has always belonged to you is ready for its rightful owner. You'll be both a transformer and a leader. Once you take this position, you become the center of this awakening. This movement's heart beats in time with you.